CFA Nation, Gabe.
Nick. Oh, look at this guy, professional.
Ooh, listen, I'm not the best in the business for anything, folks. Okay, I know where to point. Actually, on my computer, I put like a little sticker that says "point this way." So
Do you really?
No.
No, look at that. I did it backwards. I did it right last time. Oh man.
Oh,
I do not have a sticker.
30 seconds in and we're already off the rails. But people, we are here today to bring you another installment of R3 Wickets. And today we're doing Women's IPL Championship, Trailblazers, Supernovas. Man, I gotta say, I didn't expect the result, but this ended up being an exciting game. Exciting game. Nick, so many thoughts. First of all, let me congratulate you because you didn't want to see the Supernovas win. Good on you. Okay, your team got knocked out, so you're like, no, and of course Supernovas lost. So it is what it is. But I gotta say, did you expect when the Trailblazers went out for 118 that they would be able to defend 118? 118, really?
So the guy who clowned me, and after the second over was done in the RCB playoff, and I said the match was over, which I was right, by the way. Now you have something to say, because in the 18th over of the Trailblazers batting inning, the first inning, they didn't have too many runs, and I said, this is over. I corrected myself a ball or two later and said, well, it's actually not over yet. Anything could happen, but I did not think they had a chance. I did not think they had a prayer, because we had just seen the Supernovas get like 140-something the last match. But let me just say, whenever I lose, I win, because I did choose velocity. They didn't even make it. Gabe's like, oh, you chose velocity? They have a chance to make the playoffs? I'm going Supernovas. So in this one, I was all Trailblazers, and they won. And not just that, we'll get to it a little bit, but Ecclestone, we won there too. Yes, Ecclestone. But she got a wicket and she got a catch. I'm just saying. But
I'm putting her on the list. She's just made my special list. My Sinister Six list.
I got your back. This was a great match. You're right. At one point, it was almost like a mini laugher. Even though Trailblazers only got 118, the last few overs, I mean, I'm sure you saw too, the right ones on the wall, like, they ain't gonna chase this. When they got to the 18th over, they needed a hope and a prayer, and then the wickets started falling. But we're gonna get into our 3 wickets, what we saw. I'm gonna cover the Trailblazers. He's gonna cover the Supernovas, and of course, at any time we can give our thoughts about the other team. This was an exciting match. It was a final. It was in Sharjah. Those pitches are just destroyed. They have been used so much, but they still provide us an exciting match. I'm going to go ahead and start off with what I liked. I'm going to start off with the positive. I came into this match saying Radi Yadav, and I said it in the stream, Radi Yadav is the best bowler in this game. Both sides. She's fierce, and I think she won like man of the match. I think she won like player of the year. I don't know. She won a bunch of awards up there. I wasn't keeping track of what it said on the check. But we saw some great bowling from the Trailblazers. The reason that the Trailblazers won, you can say use pitch, but both teams bet on that pitch. You can say whatever you want. The Trailblazers bowling is what won them this match, in my opinion, and got them their maiden title. That's right. Trailblazers, you are champions. Something that, some teams will never see is something DC is going to try to do tomorrow. I hope it doesn't work out, but you never know. Those maiden titles are special, but we had some amazing bowling. We had Goswami with her 17 runs on 4 overs, economy rate 4.2. We had Ecclestone, 6.5 economy with a wicket and a catch. She had a catch. Oh. Deepti Sharma with 2 wickets. 2 wickets and only 9 runs in 3 overs. She only had an economy rate of 3, for crying out loud. But then the woman, the myth, the legend, Salma Kutan, 4 overs, 18 runs, 4.5 economy, 3 huge wickets, 3 humongous wickets. Kutan, and I got to look this up. Because I want to say a lot of them were in. Okay, so she got, 2 of them in the 19th over. We know the 19th over is an expensive over. We know if you make it to the 19th over, you're writing a big old fat check. Like I'm going to have to when I order some food for me and Gabe and anyone else that wants to join us. But Katan got 2 huge wickets. I thought she got 3 of that over, but I want to check. She got 2 and 3 runs with the wide, so 4 runs. But she was amazing. She was absolutely amazing. And then on the batting side, what I like about the Trailblazers, what else can I say besides Schmurdy? She really didn't have any supporting cast. I had joked around that she's going to get 100 and they're going to total 120. Well, they total 118. She didn't get 100, but she got 68. The closest one behind her was Dotton with her 20, but it was on 32 balls, a very low strike rate. No one else had a strike rate near 100. Deep T had 90, but that was 9 and 10 balls. Schmurdy, the captain, Schmritty. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. She was a captain today. The 24-year-old showed why she has been on the watch list of all of these international scouts and whatnot since she was 14 or so. This girl came to play. She had a high strike rate of 138. She saw almost 50 balls. She got her half century, and she performed like a captain. She even had a drop. She really did. She had some, or maybe not a drop. It wasn't a drop. It was a misfield that went for a boundary. So she wasn't perfect, but if she doesn't score 68, we're talking about a possible like 60 or something like that, which would have been horrendous. And they did get themselves 8 wickets, so it was close. But Gabe, a whole lot to like for the Trailblazers. What did you like from the Supernovas?
So, what did I like? I gotta say, the bowling for the Supernovas was, again, you get a team out for 118 and you did your job. You get a team out for 118, you did your job. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is at that point. And we talked about her last time, and I said it kind of tongue in cheek, having fun. But I'm like, Yadav, is she related to Sky? You know what I'm saying? And I know Yadav is like a very popular surname or whatever, but she's got greatness in those veins, Daddy. Oh, 5 wickets. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. 4 for 16. A fifer. Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, Daddy is so sexy. 5 time.
And a catch.
And she took a catch. The bowling was stupendous. Only one person got rocked. Okay. Pujat, 1 over 10 runs, 10 economy rate, but everybody's economy rate was under 6.5. You know what I'm saying? It was just very, very impressive. They did their jobs, and the bowling carried them. The batting, not so much, and we're going to talk about that later on. But we did have Hampreet, which is the captain. She went 83 strike rate, not so great, but 30 for 36. Try to put up those runs, but man, like you said, the pitch was destroyed. Just did you know what I mean? Like, you want them to say, okay, I know it's a slow pitch, and you want them to kind of take their time so that what happens early doesn't happen. You have successive wickets fall, but you still got to score. And I think they waited too late to turn it on, maybe because they were being cautious. But man, it went all the way to the 20th over. They still had 3 wickets in hand. So think about it. Maybe if I open it up, that's just 2 sixes and a 4 to tie it, or give me 3 sixes. Maybe if in a couple different instances you played a little bit more aggressive, you might have won it, because you still went down with 3 wickets in hand. You know what I'm saying, dude? But I tell you what, I can't take anything away from the Trailblazers. Trailblazer fans, congratulations, you won a championship. It's a hard thing to do. For me, that's what I liked. I gotta say, I like the passion. I like the emotion. I don't remember who made the catch. Nick, remind me. But there was one catch that was made. I can't remember the girl's name. They said she's from, was it Korea? Remember, she did like the Superman. She kind of went over the boundary, Spider-Man, her neck, sacrifice, hit the ball. That was probably to save the boundary. Now, it just says, you're going to think about it, it was just one boundary. The difference between 4 and 2 is huge. Okay, huge. It puts more pressure on the other team. Nakantan Shantum, man, that play was absolutely amazing. And to me, that just said, listen, we're all in. This is a championship. I am sacrificing, body here. I am blood, sweat, and tears. And you love to see that level of enthusiasm. And again, that's a Trailblazer. I wasn't even rooting for the Trailblazers. But when you see that kind of effort, you can do nothing but just tip your hat to it. Like, man, they deserve to win. They're trying to fight. They're trying to win. So good on you. I love great defense. I love defensive plays. I harp whenever somebody is lackluster and boots a ball, misfields, or drops a ball. So when somebody makes that kind of effort, I got to tip my cap and say, good on you, kid. Nick, what did you hate?
Just to piggyback, you're absolutely right, because I want to say I feel very strongly that save that she had, and it was a save where she has her flip to save it, and she landed really awkwardly on her net.
Right.
The momentum completely shifted after that play. You're absolutely correct. It was a shift. It was a change, and it was early on in the Supernovas innings. So yeah, that was great call by you, because it definitely was a shift. What did I not like? There's really not a whole lot to not like on the bowling side, right, for the Trailblazers, because you had the highest economy rate was a 9 from Harleen Diol, but you can't really blame her too much, because your girl Anuja, she had a bad 14 run first over, and then she only gave up 10 the rest of the other 3 overs. So she got one chance. So I'm not going to crush her for that, but I got to find something I did not like. So let me find something. Here's something, and it's not really what I did not like, but it was something that was hard to see. Let me say that, because the trail. I mean, you had some poor performance, and Harleen Diol, she on the batting side too. Maybe she would be my mini. What I did not like, because she got 4 runs on 8 balls. I did not like the run out from Shantum, but what hold on there, yeah, from Shantum. But what I did not like to see, was hard to watch, was Dotton. We saw this girl. And I've seen her in highlights before. I haven't seen too many women's highlights, but I've seen some highlights of hers. This girl can rake. This girl can field. She can play cricket. And we saw her with the 2 drops in the previous match a few days ago. And I said it on the live stream. It just seemed like she was just out of sorts from that. It didn't seem like she had her usual swag. And I believe, yeah, they fielded first last time. And so she seemed like she had some swag when she batted to try to go over that. But I wonder if she was just thinking so much about that fielding play. I don't know. She just seemed out of it today. And it was a slow pitch, so that's a big, and I'm going to talk about that and what I learned. But she seemed out of it, and I just didn't like seeing that. I didn't like seeing that, because I like seeing her ball out. I like seeing her with her swag. I like seeing her with her confidence. And I know her. I don't know her, but I'm assuming she's just professional. She's going to bounce back, and she's going to be fine. But, it's unfortunate. We'll see how long she has to wait till she gets a chance to bounce back. But that's just what I did not like seeing. Gabe, what did you not like?
Well, you got to tip your hat, right? So when I say you got to tip your hat, sometimes athletes do things that's unbelievable. And one of my kids' hardest thing to do is lose. Okay, they hate losing, and sometimes the other team shows up to play, the other person shows up to play. Now, tongue in cheek, I've already said that Sophie Ecclestone is now, she's made my list. Okay, she's part of the Sinister Six. What are the Sinister Six? You guys may ask. I'm glad you asked. What? Nobody asked, Nick? I'm gonna tell them anyway.
Number one, what's the Sinister Six?
Thank you. Number 1 hate, umpires. All of them. Okay, listen, it's so hard to pick.
Even third umpires.
Like third umpires, Billy Bowden, okay? What's the guy that's notorious? Steve Buckner. They're all horrible, okay? In baseball, Angel Martinez, Angel Hernandez, Cowboy Joe West. I just hate umpires, period, okay? They're just a loathe them bunch, all right? I mean, all umpires. I hated today's umpires. Barade, Gande.
He's got the names.
Car. I hate all umpires, all right? Now, that's just one. They're just it's just too many to hate. So that's just one of the Sinister Six. Who are the others, you might ask? John Campbell. Oh, John Campbell. Oh, King of the Drops, Mr. Butterfingers. John Campbell.
I love you, John.
He who shall remain nameless, because I signed the NDA. I'm not allowed to mention your name on here. Okay. But part of the Sinister Six. Part of the Sinister Six. made me eat crow. Oh, okay. On top of that,
oh my gosh.
Let me continue. On top of that, Sophie Ecclestone. She's made the Mount Rushmore of the Sinister Six. Sophie Ecclestone. All right, she should be a linebacker in football. She's like 6'11". All right, 6'13". That would actually be 7 feet, guys. But I'm just, it's hyperbole here. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But she's really tall for a female cricket player. But 6 foot, 6 foot, knocking players down. Obstruction is what we're gonna call her. Obstruction Ecclestone. But today there was no obstruction needed, because she was a savage. 4 overs, 26 runs, and a huge wicket. I've said it before. Not all wickets are created equal. Guys, I'm sorry. What did I hate? I hate the fact that Atupatu went out and she went out for 6 runs and it had to be Ecclestone that got her. Leg by 6 runs, 9 balls. To me, that's when the game was lost. This is the girl that just hit you guys up for 68 runs. 68 runs the game prior. And Sophie Ecclestone said, not today. Not on my watch. I want to be hated. It's a badge of honor to be on the Sinister Six. She actually DM'd me. No, she didn't. But she was probably going on Twitter right now like, yeah, that's for you, cousin. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here bad-mouthing her, and she just, oh, big play to Crow. Sophie Ecclestone, congratulations. But what did I hate seeing? Atupatu, you got to, oh my God, you cannot go out there. We need you. This team, you just saw, if without your 68, we only scored 140, you were like literally half of our runs. You go down and this game is over. And that's exactly what happened, man. So I hated seeing her go down. It is what it is, man. But good on you. I can admit when somebody played well, and Ecclestone, she did not obstruct anybody today. She did the last game, though. Okay, and she was on her game. She was on her A game. So congratulations, you've now made it to my list of my infamous Sinister Six. And that just means you're gonna have a great career. You're gonna, from now on, forget about it. It's all roses, all aces. Go out and play the lotto today, because the gods are against me and they are with you. You're probably gonna win every game and go for fifers every time you bowl when I watch, because the gods love watching me eat crow. Oh my God. Nick, what did you learn?
Okay, let me just say this. You called her a linebacker. I've never seen a linebacker that pretty before. I got your back, Nicholson. The thing that was nice about, you're right, Atupatu, that was a huge wicket. And I said, like, if we can get her and if we can get Harmanpreet, then we have a serious chance. And, she got the bookend wicket. She got the leg before wicket, and she got the catch at the end. That was impressive. And yes, very, very pretty woman. So he's not saying anything about your looks. He just means that you're ruthless out there. Now, Sinister Six, you got Ecclestone, umpires, you got Campbell. There's
he who shall remain nameless.
Okay. 4. I know I'm on that list. Who's the 6th one?
Boring Reviews and CFA has not allowed me to, will not allow me to divulge the 6th person on the Sinister Six list, but he is my lifetime nemesis. Unfortunately, I have yet to beat him in fantasy football or in grades or at life, but someday I will. But we're not allowed to mention it. My views, by the way, are not the views of Boring Reviews, okay, or CFA Nation. These are my personal views. So anything you hear on this channel cannot come back and be, what is that disclaimer they always put out? I don't remember.
We need to seriously have one like in text before every video. Whatever Gabe says, it's his words alone. Not even Gabe condones what Gabe says.
You know you're on the Sinister Six, Nick. You're the president of the Sinister Six, bro. Are you kidding me? I'm not only the president, but I'm also a client.
You know what? I am proud. I am proud to roll deep with those people. And Ecclestone, welcome to the club. It's actually a pretty nice list. Nice club to be at, because we find him crying all the time. Now, what did I learn? If this was a match that I saw before I saw the CPL, before I saw the IPL, you know what I would say? I would say, what a crappy match, low-scoring match. This is a boring match. This is not cricket. And I went off on the CPL for similar things. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe in the CPL every day there is 2 matches for the most part. Most days, 2 matches. And they had 2 pitches, I believe. The IPL has 3. 2 pitches and 2 that means a match on every pitch every single day. No wonder they were scoring 90s. They were scoring hundreds. No wonder. So I do understand that. I eat a bunch of crow for that. This was a used pitch. Sharjah had been used the minute, eaten all up, and left barely any left for the women. And so what I learned is that the pitch makes a huge difference. Why do I say that? There's only 3 overs out of the 40 that were played today in this women's final where the runs were higher than 10. Only 3 in those overs. When you have economy lines like we have today, where we had 110 and 19, and those are both from people that only bowled 1 over, everyone else is below 10. You give as much credit as you can to the bowlers. Those wickets are still huge, but you've got to incorporate the use of the pitch. And this pitch made a big difference. But because they both play on the pitch, because of that, it's still mostly a fair match. Now, the Supernovas went second, so maybe that pitch was using even a little more for them, so they weren't able to score so much runs. But the Trailblazers completely earned their championship. They played where they were told to play, but I learned that the pitch makes a huge difference. CPL fans, I do apologize as much as possible, but I am not sorry for what I said about the Tridents because you guys broke my heart.
You know, kind of just to piggyback on what you said there, Nick. Here's the thing. Everybody, we see it in the comments all the time. Oh, UAE sucks. The UAE pitcher sucks. Guys, this was the only way they could bring us cricket. Let's just be real. And without this,
UAE.
Thank you, UAE. They had to be in a bubble. Listen, American sports right now, you know how many baseball games have been canceled? They were lucky to get to the championship. How many football games have already been delayed because we're not in a bubble here? And they just cannot think about the risk the organization is taking. If somebody gets sick and dies, that's on their watch. And I doubt they're going to get sued. Bottom line, they're going to get sued. So they have to really do their best to keep these teams in a bubble. So I get it. They're at the UAE. They've got control of these three pitches. They got and these three fields, I should say. So it is what it is, man. But I'm thankful that we got cricket. And I'm thankful that we were able to see it. But did it come as a CSK fan? Everybody says, Gabe, the reason CSK was so bad is because they were preparing to play in India. Okay, much friendlier for spin. Spin is not as useful out in the UAE. And as a CSK fan, I get it, guys. But it was that or not playing at all. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, without the fans, I'm still enjoying myself. I'm still loving getting up and watching these games and watching women's cricket, watching IPL, CPL. You know, we got something. We got something because it took a long time for us. Right now, NFL is only Sundays. We got one Thursday game or whatever, and then the Monday night games or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's not like baseball season where you got games every single day. It's not like basketball season, you got games every single day. And sports, they help you escape from the stresses of life. Guys, sports are important. It is a institution, okay, of life. To me, sports are a reflection of how good a specific society or how specific a culture, how good they're doing. You know what I mean? Because again, if you're doing very well, your sports are going to be doing well. You're going to have a lot of fanfare or whatnot. But when they're not, they're not. And think about other times when sports have suffered here in America. Normally during wartime, right? I think it was World War I where they had to shut down Major League Baseball, right? And they had the women's league for baseball. That was World War I, right? That's what they made the movie A League of Our Own. Or
World War II.
Was it World War II? That's what they made the movie A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, yep.
Right. Baseball, the only times they've ever been canceled, right after 9/11, those games got canceled. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, it's a reflection of how your society is doing. So the fact that even in this darkness that we're in right now, this pandemic, that we still have some sports to enjoy and to banter about and to make bets on. Legal bets, once again, CFA and Boring Reviews does not endorse any type or condone or advise any type of gambling, you know, but if you do, gamble responsibly, only legally. Is that the PSI right there? Yeah, PSA, good, did it work? But, you know, I'm just glad that we got it, bro, and it was so much fun. I would have loved to have the Supernovas. I'm pathetic. I am pathetic. Let me tell you why. Because in my mind, even though, you know, I jumped on the Supernovas just because I was going against Nick, if I had won this championship, it would have been Gabe, 2 cricket championships, Nick, 0 until tomorrow. But now Nick has a chance to tie me. If he gets tomorrow, he'll get the IPL championship. I'll have the CPL championship, and I will still have not bested him at anything. God, oh God, DC, please beat Mumbai.
IPL and the CPL, yes. And no disrespect meant, but more teams, longer season, right?
Bruh. Listen, I don't care if I beat you at hopscotch. I'm a boast about it, all right? Cousin,
you ain't beating me at hopscotch.
I don't care if I beat you at hopscotch. I'm boasting about it, cousin. Oh, Nick, any parting words, brother?
Oh, let me just say, guys, let's just pump the brakes real quick. Even if DC wins tomorrow, it does not count the championship for Gabe because that's not one of his 2 teams. For me, it counts. One of my 2 teams, okay? Stop it. So, Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed women's cricket like we did in the IPL. At least we know it's short. I heard today that Ganguly had said, the president of the BCCI, that in 2022 they'll have 8 teams. The women's IPL. Can't wait for that.
Amazing.
But this was a nice little taste. It was wonderful cricket. Trailblazers, congratulations. All 3 teams of players, you did an excellent job representing cricket. Excellent job. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
that's 6 runs.